Hi guys, so this is a continuation of the first video that I did about how the 20-year prophecy that was prophesied over my life came to pass, that I will live in Canada and that I would have gotten the job that would have allowed me to travel the world. So I got the job that allowed me to travel the world, and as I was saying to you in the last video, my first encounter with Canada was when I went to a meeting. I was speaking about agricultural finance at the meeting, and at the meeting I was invited to go to Canada to study for a period of time. And that was the first time I got the chance to go to Canada. All of that was free of cost, people. It was all taken care of. So you see how God will take care of his people. So I went to Canada, came back to Jamaica, and was even thinking of living in Canada. No, this is what happened. A few months after, I met my spouse, and he decided that he's going to be living in Canada. And I was like, out of the blue, he said that he's not staying in Jamaica, he's going to be living in Canada. And he did all the paperwork, and that was how I actually got residency and everything to come to Canada. Anyways, long and short of that story, he has been in Canada for a while, and all hell broke loose when it was time for us to come to Canada. When it was time for me to come to Canada, it was like the enemy has taken over. Everything was like, it was like a spirit of witchcraft that came on me. I went through a lot of attacks. This was a time when I got so sick I could not walk properly. I was getting these boils all over my body. It was like I was going to die. It was like when these boils would come over my body would get so hot, and it's almost like you could fry egg on my body, you could boil water on my body. It was just crazy what was happening. So in 2016, when I got baptized, that was how I started praying, because before I wasn't even praying. I didn't understand how to intercede for your prophecy. So this was when I started understanding now spiritual warfare, and I would go to church and I would go through deliverance after deliverance, and I started praying at night in my prayer closet. I would pray, hours of night, and I would decree and I would declare restoration of everything that the enemy has taken from me. So I want to encourage you today. You see, if you have a prophecy over your life, ensure that you are praying and interceding for your prophecy, because the enemy do not want you to get what the Lord has for you. So you have to ensure that you're interceding for your prophecy. Also, ensure that you keep the faith, because you will go through some delay, but you have to know that even though you go through delay, you will achieve that which the Lord wants you to achieve. This is my little son. He just got up, so I have to speak with him. Yes. Also, another thing I want to encourage you about, that there's a set time, and no matter what it is, in that set time, when the Lord is ready for you to achieve your prophecy, there's nothing that anyone can do. He will send divine helpers for you, because for me to come to Canada, this is what happened. He set me up with destiny helpers, people that I did not even know would be there to help me. So he helped me by letting me meet other people, not people that I already knew. Because another thing, he does not want to share his glory with those persons who are going to say, oh, I am the one that helped her, so I am going to take the glory. No, he's going to set you up with divine helpers. But you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention in the season that the prompting is there to say, this is the time for you to move. Because prior, when I came to Canada the first time, it wasn't the time as yet. So the time when I was supposed to move, he provided the money for me to move. He provided the place for me to live. He provided the people to take care of me. So I'm here to encourage you that even though the word has been spoken over your life and you're not seeing it, it has been delayed. Delay does not mean denial. Ensure that you stay in your prayer closet. Another thing I want to say to you, when I got the word, it was like the word fell on by the wayside. The parables about the sower in Matthew 13, that when the word was spoken, some fall on the stony ground, some fall in good soil, and some fall by the wayside. My prophecy was like a prophecy that fell by the wayside for me, because I did not understand it. And according to St. Matthew 13, this was something that was revealed to me. St. Matthew 13 and verse 19. It spoke about the lack of understanding. When the word is given, and if there is no understanding, the word will just fall by the wayside. and that is when the enemy comes in to snatch what it is that you should have gotten. So you have to ensure that you have understanding of the word that is spoken over your life. You need to go into your prayer closet and get a strategy from the Holy Spirit. How am I going to execute this prophetic word that has been spoken over your life? And of course, you're going to test the spirit to know whether it was from God or not. For me, it was 20 years. A lot of things had to happen for the prophecy to be fulfilled. I had to get to go to university for me to work into this new office that the Lord said that I was supposed to work in. I couldn't just work in there fresh out of high school. Also, I needed to build a certain platform so I could meet people so that when I come to Canada, everything would work the way the Lord wanted it to work. So I'm here to encourage someone. You might have a prophetic word over your life and it is taken a long time. Though the vision tarries, wait on it. And delay does not mean denial. And intercede for your prophecy, because it is for a set time and it will come to pass. So that's my story about this prophetic journey. And I just hope that this bless you all. If you were blessed by this video, you can subscribe to my channel, like and share the video. And I just want to bless you all and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.